There are also major developments, as we told you a minute ago tonight, in the Jussie Smollett case. Chicago police just released new documents that contain hundreds of pages. What do those documents reveal? Trace Gallagher has gone through them and is joining us tonight to give us a view of that. Trace?
And Tucker, in the 460 pages of documents, one of the big reveals concerns the tick-tock over the timing of when the charges against Smollett were dropped. Remember, on March 26th, Cook County State's Attorney Kim Foxx dropped the 16 counts, and Chicago police said they were blindsided, but the documents tell a different story, saying that nearly a month earlier, on February 28th, the day Smollett was indicted, quote, Assistant State's Attorney Risa Lanier informed detectives that she felt the case would be settled with Smollett paying the city of Chicago $10,000 in restitution and doing community service. And that's exactly what happened a month later when Chicago police said this. Watch.
We found out about when you all did. Prosecutors have their discretion, of course. We still have to work with the state's attorney's office. I'm sure we'll have some conversation after this.
Well, now Chicago police say the settlement was supposed to include Smollett admitting guilt, but that's not what the documents say, and that's clearly not what happened. We're also learning it was during a supplemental police report that Jussie Smollett remembered that his attackers yelled, quote, "This is MAGA country," followed by a racial slur. Smollett identified his attackers as being white, saying he could see through the eye holes of their ski masks. But now we know, on the advice of his attorney, Smollett refused to look at a photo lineup of potential suspects that included the Osendero brothers. And when the brothers were arrested, Smollett admitted that he knew them but told police they could not be the suspects because, quote, "they are black as sin." Smollett later said he assumed his attackers were white because they said MAGA country. Police videos, by the way, in this case are coming next week. We'll have those for you. Tucker.
Trace Gallagher, amazing. Thank you for that. Kevin Graham is president of the Chicago Fraternal Order of Police, and he joins us tonight. Mr. Graham, thank you very much for coming on. So these details, do they add to your understanding of what happened with Jussie Smollett?
Well, certainly there were some facts that came out today that I was unaware of. Certainly I believe that when the prosecutors told the police that they thought that the detectives thought that that was how they believed it was going to end, I don't think they actually thought that was going to be true. I thought they felt that was just one of the state's attorney's opinions, but they were concerned enough to put it into the reports. Now, I don't believe I've ever had a state's attorney, an assistant state's attorney, tell the police to stop investigating a case, which is what occurred in this case.
So before we get to how that happened, because there obviously is a story here, obviously, have you ever seen a case where a prosecutor declines to prosecute with an agreement without requiring the person, the guilty person, to admit guilt?
Never seen that. Never seen that in 35 years of police work.
So clearly, I mean, somebody talked to somebody. And no offense, it's Chicago, so of course that happened. What do you think actually happened?
Well, you know, at this point, it's speculation. I know that files from the state's attorney's office, from the prosecutor's office, and Kim Foxx, those articles are going to be coming out very soon. I think they're going to be very interesting to find out who she talked to, when she talked to them, and what transpired, because that is coming. Look, we've got a crime problem here in Chicago, and Kim Foxx is not prosecuting the criminals. This is one case, but we have a number of cases. That's why the police chiefs in Cook County stood with us more than a month ago and complained about this prosecutor, saying she's just not doing her job. We need a prosecutor to prosecute. We need people to be held accountable for the crimes they commit. Otherwise, the law doesn't mean anything.
So her response is that criticism of her is racism. How do you respond to that?
Yeah, you know what? I mean, it's ridiculous.
It is ridiculous.
We don't care about the color of somebody's skin. We don't care about their sexual orientation. All we care about is putting criminals in jail who actually commit crimes. And if she can't get on board with that, then maybe she needs to find another avenue in which to do her work, because clearly prosecution is not her forte.
No, that's obvious. I feel sorry for you guys trying to do your best in these circumstances.
Thanks
Kevin
for
Graham,
having me.
thank you. Well, we appreciate it.